What's up, everybody, and happy late new year. Yay. I hope all of you guys have a good 2025 and all you accomplish something this year. But I wanted to start 2025 with something we used to do quite a lot, and that is a tier list video. I thought we should go back to our roots and talk about Kingdom Hearts, which we barely do that nowadays because there's barely anything to talk about nowadays. I thought it'd be cool to make a tier list over Sora's forms in Kingdom Hearts. Now, these are the drive forms and the Keyblade Transformations Sora gets in Kingdom Hearts. I'm not going to be including like his lion form or his Atlantica form. We're just going to be talking about the forms where he gets some kind of power up. I'm pretty sure this is all of them. If not, end me. You guys know this by now. The tiers are S, A, B, C, D, with S being the greatest and D being the worst. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that this is all my opinion. It's okay if you guys disagree. We all have different opinions, so don't murder me in the comments for not having your favorite form being S tier or whatever. The criteria for this list is based on the gameplay and how much I like the certain gameplay style they're trying to go for a specific form, like the outfit itself, and also what it could mean to Sora as a character. With that, well, let's get started. Our first form we got here is Valor form. This is the first form Sora gets in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I think it's a good first form to get. Like, this is what introduced the dual wielding into Kingdom Hearts, and I think like the scene where he's able to go Valor and the other Keyblade is in his hand, like that's a badass moment. I love the outfit. The red and black is really cool. It's just the dual wielding, and since this was like the first one to do it, you gotta give it props. Near endgame, I don't tend to use it too much. Most of my playtime up until endgame, I do tend to use this a decent amount. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. I love the combos he can pull off of this. Like, they're very fast and very flashy. Really badass stuff. The little detail that has Sora's hands like glowing a little bit, and like the fact that I'm pretty sure he runs a little bit faster in this form. I could be wrong, but I really do like this form. I think for a first form, I think this is pretty cool. Alright, the next form we got is Wisdom form. Now, since Valor focuses on powerful attacks and speed, this form relies on magic and powers that up a lot. If we're talking about the design of the outfit itself, it's definitely high A tier, and I love the fact that Sora is like basically like skating on the floor. Like, that is so cool, and like the ability you get with it, quick run, is very, very useful. It powers up magic a lot, and other than a handful of bosses, I don't really use magic other than cure and reflect too much, so that does kind of affect the usefulness of Wisdom form in my opinion. So I'm gonna put it in B tier because I personally don't use it as much as some of the other forms on the list, but I can't deny how badass this form is. And the fact that like he shoots out little like projectiles at the enemies, visually and the aesthetics, like, is awesome. It's just the fact that I don't really use this too much other than a couple bosses like Data Demets. Fuck that boss! Overall, a pretty cool form. Whenever I do use it, it is fun, but it's not one of the forms I use the most. The next form up is Final Form Sora. I'm S tier. This form is godlike. This is my favorite form in Kingdom Hearts 2. I love the outfit. My favorite outfit of Sora. I love the color scheme, the white and the black, and the designs on the pants, and everything about the way it looks is amazing. The fact that he's like floating in midair and he's so powerful, he doesn't even need to hold the Keyblades. It just floats, and he just uses his arms to control like the way the Keyblade, everything about this form is peak. I love this form a lot. After I get it in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's basically the only form I use. I really, really love this form. Next form we got here is Master form. Also one of the forms I use the least in Kingdom Hearts 2. The color scheme on Master form, I'm not the biggest fan of. In my opinion, out of the outfits in Kingdom Hearts 2, this is one of my least favorite outfits. Nothing wrong with it, but I just think it's the least least cool in my opinion. It's a good all-around form, like it's good for attacks, it's good for magic, but I personally just don't really use it too much. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I don't hate this form like at all. I think it's pretty cool, but comparatively to all the ones in Kingdom Hearts 2, this is my least favorite form. I use it the least. I only use it in an emergency situation. I never really just use this form just to use it. But it's not really a bad form. Like, I like the combo Sora can do in this form, and the fact that he is dual wielding is pretty cool. But I don't know, something about this form just doesn't really click with me too much. Now we have Limit Form Sora, which was added into the final Myths version of the game. I love the way that it looks. Is basically like a Kingdom Hearts 2 version of Sora's Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit, which is visually awesome. It's just Kingdom Hearts 1 combos, but more powerful, and like the limits that you can do, basically moves that you would do in Kingdom Hearts 1, like Sonic Blade, Ragnarok, Strike Raid. Like, I'm putting it up in A tier. Is it better than Valor? I don't know. I think these two are tied. I do like the fact that Sora dual wields in Valor form. Like, you can use it by yourself. You don't need to have like a certain party member in the group. So that's cool. But they're pretty much tied. I love the combos, and like the outfit is amazing. It's a good callback to Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. I really do love Limit Form. And the final form in Kingdom Hearts 2 is Anti-Form. Basically, if you abuse the drive form system too much, you go into anti-form. Like, this is a very primal form of Sora. He says, fuck the Keyblade, I'm throwing these hands, boy. Sometimes you really do not want to get this form. Like, in certain bosses or like certain parts of the game, if you get this form, you are pretty much fucked. But a lot of the time when you get this form, it just feels so badass. And like the combos Sora can do is ridiculous. I'm putting it, do I want to put it in S tier or A tier? I'm putting it high A tier, mainly because you can't just pit this form. It's kind of just luck by abusing the other drive forms. In certain situations, you really do not want this form. Like, there's a lot of situations where if you get this form, like, you're straight up fucked. I can't lie, this form is really badass. I love the combos, I love the look of it. It's just so badass. It has to be high A tier for me. Now with the drive forms out of the way, it's time to go into the Keyblade Transformations. And the first one is not really even a Keyblade Transformation. It's a second form from Kingdom Hearts 3. It's basically the same as Limit Form from Kingdom Hearts 2. Sora's outfit is inspired by his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, which is my favorite base outfit for Sora. I love that outfit. He uses moves from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1. If you have DLC Keyblades, depending on which one you use, you has certain effects. It has special abilities. Like, I think for the Steam one, you get a random magic. Like, for example, you'll get Thundaza. So I'm putting this, do I want to put it in A tier? Ooh, this one's tough. This one is tough. You know what? I'm gonna put it basically right here next to Limit Form. I think I prefer this one a little bit more than Limit Form because, well, A, the color scheme is Kingdom Hearts 2. I love Kingdom Hearts 2's outfit. And 2, I just think the fact that there's more variations of second form. Like, hell, if you use a certain Keyblade, the final finisher you can use is completely different and it's really powerful. And the fact that depending on what DLC Keyblade you're using or what platform you're playing on, you get a different ability, that's really cool. I think it's a little bit better than Limit Form. The next one up is Guardian Form. Now, for most of the Keyblade Transformations, I'm just gonna pack them all up into one. For Guardian Form, there's obviously the Heart Shield, there's, I think, the Honey Pot, and there's the Classic Tone Keyblade Transformation. For those, I'm just gonna take them all and rank them as one. Now, for those forms, I think Hero Shield, or whatever that one's called, that one's really cool, and the Shot Lock, before you max it out, is really useful, and when you block twice, that can do really good damage. And the honey pots, I'm pretty sure that can stun enemies when you shoot them. It kind of has the same issue with Master Form, is that the outfit out of most of them in Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of my least favorites. Not that it's bad. I feel like most of the Keyblade transformation that use this form, other than like the hero shield, you kind of don't use in endgame, or there's better variations of these forms. So I'm gonna put this low C tier. I think Master Form is a little bit better because I think you can make more use out of Master Form in Kingdom Hearts 2 than a decent amount of these like Guardian forms that are in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I think I keep forgetting the transformation, but like the shield that like when you block and like that does damage, that's useful. Every other transformation that uses this form I don't think is as useful, but it's not bad. Next one up is the Element form. This form has the transformations of the double arrow guns, the Mirage Staff. This was one of the first Keyblade transformations we got to see from Kingdom Hearts 3. I remember when we first saw this in that reveal trailer way back when. Everyone got so hyped that, wow, Sora's gonna be able to use guns in this game. That's fucking awesome. And then like they showed the outfit in it, very similar to Wisdom form. Where should I put this? Because double arrow guns is cool, but I don't really use it in endgame too much. And Mirage Staff is very helpful. It's a very useful form. And visually, like, it's one of the best Keyblade transformations in the game. I love, like, the finisher on it. Where should I put this? I'm gonna put it above Wisdom form. I personally think like the two Keyblade transformations that are in this form are really cool, and Mirage Staff is easily one of the most useful Keyblade transformations in the game, but I tend to not use magic too much in those Keyblades. Near endgame I don't really use too much. Mirage Staffs I sometimes use, but overall I think it's a pretty good form. And the fact that Sora can pull out two guns and just blast people is, I think it's kind of cool. Alright, the next one up is Strike form. Now this one has the Hyper Punch, also has Agile Claws, it has the Storm Flag. Like this one has a good amount of Keyblade transformations that use this form. I like the outfit. It's not better than Valor form's outfit, but I really do like the outfit. It's pretty cool. And the Keyblade transformations that use this form are some of my favorites in the game, especially the Pirates of the Caribbean one. That one is super helpful, especially near endgame before you start getting like the really OP Keyblades. It's very helpful. Sometimes I even use it for like fighting the data bosses or like Zora. Like I think it's a really cool form. That's why I'm putting it low A tier. The reason it gets low A tier is because I think these forms are just more iconic and more fun to play, but the Keyblade transformations out of these are pretty helpful and do really good damage. But I will say the Agile Claws and the Hyper Punch near endgame aren't the most helpful, even though the Toybot's Keyblade has Lucky Strike, so that's really useful for like synthesis farming for the Ultima weapon. At endgame there's definitely better Keyblade transformations that you would want to use, but I really do like those Keyblade transformations, and this form overall is really cool. Alright, the next one up is Blitz form. Now Blitz form has 3 Keyblade transformations. It contains the frozen Keyblade transformations. The names aren't clicking with me. It is currently almost 4 in the morning when I'm recording this, so, and I barely got sleep, so names, my brain isn't braining right now. So those Keyblade transformations, they also have the Frying Pan Keyblade transformation, and as well as the Nano Gear. Now the Nano Gear is one of my favorite Keyblade transformations in Kingdom Hearts 3. I love how it combines all of the other like Keyblade transformations that are in the game into one. Visually is really cool. The Frozen one, I like skating around. That is awesome. Like I just like seeing Sora like ice skate everywhere. It's really cool. And the Frying Pan Keyblade, it makes Eugene's Frying Pan look like nothing. Like this motherfucker just says, hold my beer, bitch. Other than Nano Gear, I don't really use this form too much because there's just other better Keyblade transformations in the game. I feel like they're like pretty fun to play, like especially like the Frozen one, but I think I probably use like Mirage Staff more or some of the other Strike form Keyblade transformations. So that's why I'm gonna put it high C tier. Because yes, they are fun, but I only use them for fun. I don't really use them to go into any bosses, other than maybe Nano Gear when I'm going through the story, but they are fun to play. That's why you know what? scratch that. I'm putting it low B tier. Alright, the next one up is Ultimate Form Sora. This is the Keyblade Transformation you get when you use the Ultimate Weapon, and oh boy, I'm putting this boy in S tier. The outfit is very similar to Kingdom Hearts 2's final form. Even though I prefer final form, this is pretty much the most powerful Sora has been. Like, the combos he does are fucking insane. Like, this man can pull 1 billion swords out of his ass. Like, it's super fast, it does stupid damage, and the shot lock is basically a giant nuke. Basically, nothing stands a chance against Ultimate Form Sora. And it feels rewarding. After you get the Ultimate Weapon, it feels rewarding being able to use something so powerful. Like, you worked so hard to get the Ultimate Weapon, and now you get this ultimate beast of a form, and it's very, very, very helpful near the end of the game, or like doing remind. That's why I put it in S tier. Now we have Rage Form, which is similar to Anti-Form in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm gonna put this under Rage. No, I'm gonna put it right at the. No, I'm gonna put it right here, mainly because it takes a lot of the wow factor out of Anti-Form. What I mean by that is, other than when you use 2 become 1, like really pick Anti-Form, that's the point of Anti-Form. Like, you go into it randomly, like that's basically your punishment for abusing the dry form system. With Rage Form, you get it when you're at low health, and it refills your health, but it gives you the option to pick it, kind of loses what made Anti-Form so special. The fact that Sora has the Keyblade also kind of ruins it, because the fact that Sora had no Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2 when he went in this form made the form feel more unique. Other than that, this form's fucking awesome. Like Sora using the power of darkness as a last resort, and the combos he can use are pretty insane. And the fact that Risk Charge makes you more strong, but it takes away more health. I like the high risk, high reward part of the playstyle of this form. It's just the fact that I think Anti-Form does a better job because it was random and Sora doesn't have a Keyblade, so it made it feel more unique. But this form is still really, really cool, and it can really pull you out of a bad spot in certain moments of the game. Now we have Dark and Light Form. They're very similar to each other. It just depends on what Keyblade you use. Dark Form, I like the outfit more than Light Form. I think I like Dark Form a little bit more, so I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm gonna put Light Form right next to it. These forms are almost the same. The attacks are different, and I prefer the Dark Form. I think the outfit is better. Light Form is still really, really badass, and it's just the fact that Dark Form feels a little bit more like special and rewarding because you have to get it after beating Critical Mode, and Critical Mode in Kingdom Hearts 3 is extremely difficult. So the fact that you get that after beating it, it feels more special than gaining all the lucky emblems, which is still not the easiest thing to do, but it's infinitely easier than beating Critical Mode. But they are both still really cool. But then we get into the final form of this list, and that is Double Form. And it doesn't matter what form you use, Light Form, Dark Form, you get to transform into Double Form. And oh my god, when I first played this and got this form, I nerded out so much. Just the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 launched without Oathkeeper in Oblivion is a crime. But that aside, the outfit is awesome. One of my favorite outfits from Kingdom Hearts. I love how like half of it is like dark and the other half is light, and it's so cool, and it's like really, really powerful. It's not as strong as Ultimate Form, but it still does really good damage, and I love the finisher of it. Like the combos Sora does is like visually badass. I'm gonna put it above Ultimate Form, but just behind Final Form. Kingdom Hearts 2 bias here, but Final Form, it just hits a lot closer to me. I just love that form so much, and I had a lot more time to use that form. I just personally think that this form is just better than Double Form, but Double Form is a close second. Well, that is my list. This boy be having more forms than fucking Goku over here. It was fun actually going through all of them and like thinking about which ones do I like more. There's not a single form on this list that I dislike. Even the ones in C tier, I don't hate at all. There are cool forms, and like whenever I do use them, I have fun with them. There's no shit forms in this list. But what did you guys think? Do you agree with my tier list here? Do you think I'm a dum-dum and should have some of these platforms higher up or lower? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you like Kingdom Hearts or just gaming content in general, you're gonna want to subscribe because I do that all the time on the channel. Is there a tier list that you would want to see me do in another video? Also let me know down in the comments down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.